Okay, so looking at our inspection report, I've got excess cold hazard number 2 as our hazard title. And the vulnerable group for this that we're assuming is living at the property when we do our assessment, as we always do, is the over 65s, so a little older than for the false hazards. The deficiencies I've noted is the 50mm of Rockwell insulation. Note that we'd expect 270mm as the ideal, and that this has been partly soaked by a roof leak. The external walls of the property are solid brick. It's 1 brick thick lengthways, and that there are 3 external walls as the property is an end terrace. The heating solely from those 2 portable convector heaters with a total output of 4 kilowatts, which is way under what you would require to heat a dwelling of this size and construction. So then there is no heating in the bathroom, the kitchen and the bedrooms. So we have a national average likelihood of 1 in 330, and I have jumped 1, 2, 3, 4 representative scale points more likely. So I'm saying here that 4 representative scale points more likely that there will be harm over the next 12 months for people living in this property. And I've changed that to a 1 in 32 chance of harm over the next 12 months. Now I've justified this by saying the only means of heating the property is from 2 portable convector heaters. These could only heat a small part of this 3-storey property at a given time. There is insufficient heating to achieve healthy indoor living temperatures. This situation is exacerbated by the high levels of heat loss through the 3 external walls and the partially soaked insulation, thin loft insulation. These factors will increase the likelihood score for cold in this property. So with this property, because I'm looking at cold, then if I was to change the spread of harm outcomes, I'd be trying to say that the effect of cold on health in this property was different to the effect on cold on health on average. So I'd be trying to argue that cold, the impact of cold on health and the symptoms suffered from cold conditions were somehow different to symptoms suffered from cold conditions as established on average anywhere else in the world. So I can't really say that, so I have to stick with the national averages. And so I've got to take my national averages of 34, 6, 18 and 42. And I've got to turn those into representative scale points. So the 34 becomes 31.6, the 6 becomes 4.6, the 18 becomes 21.5, and then if I add 31.6, 4.6 and 21.5 together, subtract them from 100, that gives me 42.3 for my class 4 harm outcomes. So because I've left them at the national average, I've justified my score by saying, although the likelihood has been increased, there is no reason that the spread of harm outcomes from excess cold at this property would be different from the national average. So this has given me an ultimate rating score of 10,234, which is a very strong band A hazard. And it's also a category 1 hazard. So if I was a local authority discovering this hazard, I would have a duty to take action. I hope this has been helpful.